shenanigans. I have to get into that, I think, but
I have a video on it if you want to look at that.
yeah,
On
it's
on
actually
the
I wasn't aware
updated.
before it even existed. So
Yeah,
so
it's
I
great.
thought it and I was like, yeah, yeah.
It's really good. I mean I use it for Denizen. Like I've been using it for Denizen since the past 3 years or something. So
Oh, really? Let's go.
yeah, because Denizen replays are like they used to be like 100 replays at a time. And I'm not gonna sit there and watch every single one of them. You know, I need to sleep.
Yeah.
So I would just turn on my PC, turn on automatic replay viewer, set my PC to turn off in 4 hours or whatever, and then just go to sleep.
Yeah, okay. And
At
just
the
binge
start, I
watch
watched
as
every
much as
single
you can.
replay, but don't care to anymore. I know what's
Yeah,
happening.
yeah,
Plus, oftentimes I'm busy on Monday nights anyway, so it's like might as well just do other work while this goes on in the background.
yeah. Yeah, you can relate to this.
Yeah.
Alright.
All
Let's
right,
jump into
let's.
it, I guess.
Cool. Oh, before we jump into this, do you have any thoughts about this? Oh, you only mentioned some of it. You feel like you got schmixed basically, like for you got hit for free and then you got schmixed for free. Is that what your feeling
So
is?
I play like against taekwonbro really frequently,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like this is like impacting the match like a lot, right? He just knows what he has to go for, and he gets to read on a lot of my options a lot. Like specifically air grab, I feel like he catches me with air grabbing a lot, and I mean I got better at it, but it's still a huge weakness of mine,
Okay.
and he's just exploiting that a lot. And basically, I'm just trying to like and dealing with bars. Obviously, is like
Yeah.
just like in the last one.
So when you're getting air grabbed, do you notice anything specific about when you get air grabbed? We can watch the video and find out, but do you have any thoughts on that beforehand? Because it is an
Yeah, I mean,
important
it's
thing.
usually like I like what happens a lot is like I jump block his like jump in and push block, and then he jumps up and grabs me or something like that. Or I block brass, I jump block brass, and then he just gets in and like grabs me or like waits till I land and overheads me or stuff like that. And I just in those situations I'm just kind of overloaded, so I'm like, all right, I'll take the grab, but at the same time like you cannot really do that because teams does so much damage even through like grabbing. So I don't know how to like prevent from getting in those kind of situations, right? I mean, in those kind of situations, if you get 50-50, I don't really think that's a mistake.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, well, you guessed wrong.
Yep.
But like getting into those kind of situations is probably like a mistake. Or there is something you could have done to like increase the odds or something. So I think we should take a look at that.
So my thoughts on that specifically are that I agree with you that once you get mixed up, you can't really think about it. What I try to think when I look at a match like that is I go back basically to from because fighting games are all like decision chains, right? You end up decision,
Yeah.
decision, 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 and you end up where you are. When you're in a spot where the decision you make is fairly arbitrary and you're just like blocking high or blocking low because you have to, you can't like you said, you can't meaningfully learn from that necessarily. So what I do is I take a step back in the decision chain and think, was this a reasonable thing for me to have to decide to do? And then if it's still reasonable, then you go back and you go back and go back to the point where finally it's like, okay, this was a decision that I made, or this was a position I was in that was unreasonable for me to be in. And then you try to
Yeah.
analyze that spot specifically. Because, like, if you're in a mix-up, like, when Philly's hitting you, you're getting mixed up. It's not your fault if you guessed wrong. I mean, if it's a consistent thing, then maybe it is, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
if it's just like, you guess wrong once, like, big deal, happens to everybody. But, like, then you can go back and think, okay, how did this Philly hit me in the first place? Then they hit me for, like, they mixed me up at the start for, like, a reasonable way. Okay, they made me step back even further, and you're like, how did they mix me up in this spot very specifically, and stuff like that. You keep going backwards and backwards and backwards until you find a spot where, like, okay, maybe it was unreasonable for me to be in this position. Or maybe this decision I did, that was unreasonable to do. And then, like, you get to why something is unreasonable the more you like look at it, and the more you think about like, can I react in this spot, is there something I could have done better instead, and stuff like that.
Yeah, just evaluate your options, right?
Yeah,
I feel like that's a big one, and I feel like that's like I feel like in high level analysis, it's basically all you're doing in different genres as well, like
pretty
I feel
much.
like maybe I'm like taking this a little bit too far, but I wanted to mention it for shortly. Like I played like Hearthstone at a like pretty high level as well, and I feel like it's basically the same thing. It's like, yeah, even if you guess wrong, because you don't have all the information, so therefore sometimes you get blown out even if you think you made the right decision, right?
Yeah.
Overall. And I feel like it's the same thing here.
Yeah, like another example would be like chess, for example. Like when you're in a
Yes.
fork, like if you're in a fork, you're in a fork. You can't do anything about that. Then you have to
Yeah.
you have to step back to the last turn. Like, was there something I could have done here to prevent this fork in the first place? If there isn't, then you step back turn back and stuff like that.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, let's jump into this now. I'm not gonna like fully. Okay, let's fully watch the first match anyway. Because I'm curious to see how taekwonbro plays actually. I hate this color already. I hate the Ganon color.
Let's go. Yeah.
Imagine dropping all of that.
I don't know what I was thinking actually. What was it going to do?
Okay. Damn. Dang.
That's another huge one. Dealing with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. We'll get to that, I guess. So, anyway, let's look at this, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, stop. Cool. So at run start over here, see, this is why I love this, by the way. You can use debug keys to stop the game and just talk about it.
Yeah.
So here, I think he's got what? H Pinion and H Brass, and you've got Updo
Yeah.
and LNL, right?
Yeah.
And Clyde, but I mean, you can't use it now, so who cares? So, again, similar deal as last time. I think jump back and calling Brass is, jump back and jump heavy kick is pretty okay. What do you try to do here? Also, I should turn on your inputs so I see what you're doing. So you just wait and then like neutral jump. No, you wait and then up back. Okay, cool. So you do this, get over the thing. That's good. Because you double jump, you can't really counter call it anymore. So if you want to get some damage, you have to hit him personally, which is kind of hard. One thing you do a lot, I've noticed that last time as well. Oh, I didn't notice pedestals in the back like that. That's cool. One thing I noticed you do a lot is you like let the jump heavy punch hits rock a lot, and I think it's good sometimes, but it's like something to vary up. Sometimes you just do less hits, more hits. Here it's pretty arbitrary how many hits you want to do, because any hit you do will hit big man, and that's the ultimate goal really, to like with regards to the assist. But you can mix up how many hits you do here, and in this spot maybe it's not super big depending on the scenario, because if he still blocks one hit, he can still probably push block you away because he's in the air like that. But if they're lower on the ground, that'll become a really big deal. So if he's like, instead of here, if he was like more at this height, varying up the hits you do is like actually a mix-up, because if you do one hit and they try to push block and they were late, they will land on the ground and do a backdash, which you can try to catch. Ideally, no one should ever get hit by that, because they should backdash and then up back down back, but nobody does that ever, so it's okay.
And yeah, you can just get like fast forward grab and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's really good as well.
Yeah, and so
Stuff like
for that, you you jump away. You can try to air throw this or like try to frame trap this more often than not. Like I think.
I have
So go
I
ahead.
have huge trouble dealing with Blitzer as well. Like I feel like always unsure, especially with like EX. It's like such a mind game sometimes. I feel like maybe I'm just missing options. Like I'm not aware of options, but like
So
I feel like it's really
here
rough.
you like get the hit blocked and then you neutral jump and call assist or up back and call assist actually even. I think that'll make it hard for you to deal with it. And you swing a button. I feel like if you weren't gonna do this, you shouldn't have swung a button in the first place. But I also think that there is a possibility to just practice learning. Just put Beowulf in this spot. It's hard to do that, a little bit hard to do that because you can't just like take this replay entirely and do things. Liam, thankfully soon, hopefully, please. But like you can set him up to just block the jump heavy punch like that, like this, and then practice dash jump jab and like frame trapping him out of Blitzer sort of because Blitzer is like not a fast move. I will look up how fast that is, but I don't think it's a fast move. Like it's not like a frame. It has to be double digits. I'm pretty sure.
So you basically hit him out of startup.
Yeah. I think it's not unreasonable to do that, and I don't see people do it. I think it's worth looking into at the very least.
Yeah, it's an option
Blitzer
so that I can do
air.
it for
It's
free.
18 frame startup. So, like, it's almost like a 20 frame move. Almost 20 frames. So you can practice hitting dash jump jab on it, I think.
So you mean like JLP?
Yeah.
Yeah. So depending on height, I probably can also do standing jab. But like
Yeah, obviously not here, but like
yeah.
you also up back here. Like if you up back, you also like regardless of if you push blocked or not, you basically lose all mix up here. So I think a good autopilot to build here actually is to jump heavy punch and then dash always, and then dash and low block. Because what happens here is that if you jump heavy punch and they don't push block because they're actually looking at the game, and I think sometimes you just shouldn't air push block, but it's different. People will do it all the time. Doesn't really matter. It's what am I gonna say? Words. If you dash and then just block low, and then they try to like interrupt you or whatever, you're fine. If you dash and then they push block, you can see that and then try to jump and jab, and you might be able to stuff him. I think it's worth looking into.
Yeah, alright. I consider it definitely.
Philia has other ways to do that sort of stuff, which is more autopilot-y, but it's still also really good. Philia can do the same thing by like, if they're lower especially, Philia can IED jump light punch light kick, and if they push block, she can just dial it in again, and it just works. It's a bit worse, but it's easier to do, and it works on a lot of people.
Yeah, I see like some people do that, and I was actually like trying to implement it, but like again, I feel like I should just focus on it more. But like the situations are like not as common, so I don't know. Yeah.
With the double one in here specifically, you'll get people to air push block a lot, and then dash jump jabbing them out of the thing is really good.
Yeah, that's really true.
That's like one thing that Drip is really good at, actually. But anyway, so you do this. What the hell is this double frame? But yeah, if you're calling assist, there's no reason for you to hit a button here. That's strictly a bad play, I think.
Yeah, I can see it.
And also... Oh, you take at the right time. I thought you didn't take at the right time or something. I see what you... Okay, so I see the ether problem here.
Yeah.
While you dash jump, you shouldn't jump forward here. You see all the space that Beowulf can cover? It's pretty much all of this. And you're directly jumping into it. You should be like over here, I think, against Beowulf. And granted, double shouldn't double doesn't have a ton of great mix-ups there, but honestly, not a lot of characters actually have good mix-ups in that space. Philia has decent things. Valentine is amazing there. Robo is amazing there. That's pretty much it. Most of the characters can't really deal with it that well. Plus, if you're gonna try to defend against the assist, you should up back anyway, because you'll up back the assist and then you can call your own assist afterwards. Because your assist is on cooldown. Or off cooldown.
I feel like I try to fight for space pretty aggressively, because I don't want to get pushed into the corner. Because like I don't, yeah, it's really scary against Beowulf.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like that's like one of the things that I was talking about. Like I was kind of struggling against like dealing with these kind of getting into these kind of situations because I want to like keep him from like pushing me into the corner, but at the same time, like if I challenge him, it's like I don't know.
So if you feel like that, why is my thing stuck? Why is this stuck? Oh, it's because I'm in pencil mode. So if you feel like that, you didn't need to tech backwards. You should have tech forwards. In this spot specifically.
That's true.
I know this is like probably a autopilot tech back, like, so it makes sense. But like that's another part where like taking space should be like if it's a priority for you, you should tech forward in the spot. Also because most people will tech roll backwards like pretty autopilot, so it's good to just autopilot tech forwards actually more often than not.
Because it's just catch them off guard or something.
Yeah, or like you're taking free space and you're being more aware in a situation where they're not being aware. So
yeah.
Plus, also I think there is something to say about just like giving up space instead of having to take a mix-up, because I don't think you really deserve to get hit by this.
Yeah.
So you can just give up space sometimes, and overall it's okay. Like if he does this and you up back instead, you're in like if you do this and you up back instead, you're like over here now, right? And he can't air throw you for this at all. Plus you have your defensive assist available. Plus he's gonna call brass and you're gonna jump into the brass and then block it low, and you'll block it and you'll land and you'll have no blocks on you. So it's worth gambling on that. And Beowulf is actually like, it's not talked about very well, but he's actually really, really bad at mixing you up from that spot. Like, and from this spot and like the ensuing, like, because we talked about chess, the ensuing free turns from this, he doesn't actually get a mix up here. Because like, if you think about what he does here, right?
Yeah.
If he reads you up backing, he does jumping heavy punch, covers all of the screen, right?
Yeah.
But then you block it, and then what does he have to do? He has to like dash up, and he can't dash up low, right? Like he literally cannot dash up and hit you low.
True.
So he can't mix you up. He can always up back. He can't hard read you with like a dash air throw or like a up dog. But like, who cares? If he gets you with that, then he's like amazing. So don't care. Plus, you have a defensive assist here anyway. So I think
that's
like
very true.
because he's the only character in the game who literally cannot dash low. So it's like a really, really big deal, and nobody talks about it. So
I didn't even consider that. Yeah.
Yeah, what is he gonna do when he mixes you up here? It doesn't matter. But instead, you jump into his arms and give him free hits, and then whatever, Trombini's happening. Okay, you missed the block. Who cares? You were up backing. I didn't know this worked. That's cool. Okay, you got hit by that. That's pretty funny. Oh my god! I saw that. I was chuckling. I was like, that's hilarious. But you know, we do.
Yeah.
And he misses combos. That's okay. And he got hit by this. And
yeah, I was like so surprised actually. Like what?
You should have immediately like, okay, so you get this. Snap is the worst idea. You should have DHC'd. You have 2 bars.
Yeah, I should have DHC'd.
Yeah. Because he's gonna swing, and who cares? You're literally gonna die for this.
Yeah. I mean, I could have just card into like.
Card into Gregor works. Yep.
Yeah, Gregor.
Maybe there's a 1-bar route probably with affiliate tag or something like that. It probably exists. I'm not the one who knows. So, but you have 2 bars to spend. Spend those 2 bars. Who cares, dude?
Yeah.
Like being under 0 bar under 1 bar in SD is actually pretty free because you build meter like nothing.
I can just also always go like monster and tag. And
yeah.
I don't get a conversion necessarily, but at least I get like OK or something.
Yeah, I mean, you should take the car into Gregor. I think it's pretty great.
Yeah. Yeah, this.
Maybe there's some like really cool route monster to Gregor or something. I don't know. I don't know if it exists or not. It would be hilarious if it did, but I feel like people would be doing it if it existed.
Anyway.
Again, you take into the corner, not great. Because of that, you get hit with this mix-up here. Big Band is a similar deal to Beowulf, but it's more that his ground dash is really so it's really hard for him to run up and hit low.
Yeah.
So again, if you up back too much, like up backing is fine, but also if you up back too much, he has like dash jump grab, dash jump throw, versus dash jump light punch or light kick or whatever. So it's good to keep that mix up in mind. But you also tech back into the corner like preemptively, not preemptively, like autopilot. So
Yeah.
Sir, I know how this feels. Yeah, if you don't feel comfortable moving, I feel like you can just block the assist here and you're... Whoa, that's cool. And do this. There we go, that's what I'm up to. So you do this, you like up back to get away from the assist, but if you block the assist, who cares? Like, it doesn't really matter. What is he gonna do?
Yeah.
He's gonna like H-step or H or M-bros or whatever to protect the assist. Who gives a shit? If he swings that hard, good on him.
Yeah.
Instead, you give him this free hit, which like every big man in the world is fishing for this. You have no idea.
Yeah.
How many times I hit this? I do this and I feel disgusted, and I hit it, I want to throw up. It's like, why did you get hit by this? This is terrible. And your belly comes in with low life. Another thing is to try to protect your assist character with like how much life they have.
Yeah.
If they have low life, I like clam up. I will never like not block in situations where I could potentially get hit or whatever. If my assist life is low, because if I die, then my assist has low life, and it's like super duper bad.
Yeah, or you get snapped and then lose all the red health anyway.
Yeah,
so.
That's like a thing that Goichi did in Dragon Ball. That's like a really big thing that he was really good at.
Yeah, like red health management.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he like
a lot of school,
when the assist has when he like tags out of her, he like stays really patient for the next like 15 seconds because he doesn't like if he goes in and gets hit in a dumb way, he's gonna lose a bunch of life. He doesn't like it.
So
Snap in that game it was even dumber at the time, so it is what it is. Okay, you again like you're swinging in ways that I don't like. So you do this, good. Go for the crush leg kick. Yeah, you got to overpower it sometimes. Fair enough. Did he double jump forward or something? That's probably why. Yep. Yeah, you got hit for double jumping. If you cleaned up this input, you wouldn't get hit by this. So, worth noting.
Probably.
But it's okay. You didn't die for this, which is great. You got this. You're so lucky. And you... Oh my god, this will work. So lucky, but it worked out, so it's okay. Oh, you should have died there.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
He missed it, but it's okay. Did you try to falling aether? A falling jump like punch, I think. Oh, you did do aether. It's just that input was something. That's okay. I like the idea. Yeah, I think you're just out of range for it. But again, if you whiff it, throw in this, it doesn't matter. It's like some melty blood or whatever. If you whiff an air throw, it's your ass on a platter. Okay. I think if you were able to recognize this quick enough, you can launcher the assist and nothing bad will happen to you. Or you could sweep it. Sweep is also really good.
Yeah, and then you can run stop.
Yeah. Or sweep and then run or something like that.
Yeah.
Threaten with like run 360 or run battle butt or run contra or something. It's a good meme to try sometimes. Sweeping the assist on recovery is great because the assist has to like fall down, then like spend all this time getting full knocked down and then get back up and then get out, and then there's 4-second delay.
Oh, I didn't even consider that, but yeah, true.
But you don't punish it at all, so that's okay. It's hard to recognize that thing. I don't know how much rollback there was, so it's always hard to tell. Like that falling viewer when she can't do anything. So it's really big. He missed the thing, feels bad. Okay. I didn't like that you reset this early. You got a heavy counter hit. Like, milk some damage and then go for a reset.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably true. And I didn't need the second hit as well, yeah.
Yeah. You would have probably killed him in one hit if you had that. Plus you have 3 bars, so... Be able to just burn all that bar. Here it's tough. Like, Pinwheel is just built different. So you gotta, like, be really cognizant with jumping away or whatever else. That's what Pinwheel is actually, like, supremely privileged and nobody talks about it. In scrambles like that, like, charging armor is great.
Yeah, and it's also like when you fall down on her, she can just charge armor and like Cerebella can like do anything really.
She doesn't have any multi-hit moves. She doesn't have like great armor breaking things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, she has grab, I guess, and if you're like super cognizant, you can input a grab. But people don't react to Fuqua 40 frame grab. I'm not expecting people to react to that.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm gonna turn off the music in a sec. The music was super distracting. But yeah, like that's like when people say like, what's the point of playing Pinwheel? That's the point of playing Pinwheel. It's like those scrambles. Actually, Pinwheel is supremely privileged in. So, but that's okay. People can keep complaining about that character and how bad she is and how there's no reason to play her and blah blah blah. blah. That's okay. I should not have read main court this morning. It was a waste of my life. It was so annoying. Anyway.
That's how it is, dude.
Okay, again in this sort of spot, I would. This LNL is fine. I just think you default to it way too often.
Yeah.
But I think like the more you practice, the more you'll get used to calling up to in the spot again. Instead. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, you got that. See, there you go. This was on the ground, so it wasn't like the exact situation I talked about. Also, this frame is amazing. But yeah, this is again a spot where like delaying, because if they try to delay the push block, you'll get the grab or whatever. This is pretty great. Ideally, if they are in a push block spot like that, they should push block with back and backdash, and then up back and then down back, and they won't get mixed up by double here. It just won't happen. But as long as people aren't doing it, you'll keep getting these grabs or these mix-ups. That hit! That's crazy. Oh, where is it? Oh my god, it hit too many ones. This hit. That's crazy.
I didn't even pay attention, but yeah, it is true.
Yeah.
It's like super far away. Like the both. Let's go.
Yeah.
Off screen path.
See, this is where like having hitboxes available is amazing. What did you hit? Okay. Oh, you hit the leg.
Oh my gosh.
Did you? Oh my.
Yeah, there we go. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Clipped them. Let's go.
That's so sick. That's so sick. And I wouldn't be able to tell what the hell you should hit there, but because the hitboxes I can't. Thank you, Mike Z, for making hitboxes like this. God bless. You go for the air throw. He didn't push block, I don't think. So, yeah, he didn't push block. So you hard red here. You can react, I think, to the push block happening. Again, if you do jumping heavy punch and then build in a dash every time. Plus, if you have assist, that's amazing.
Yeah. You as double, you can also just dash up and flash step if you predict them, like jump up backing or something like that.
Yeah.
You have a lot of options.
But like just jump heavy punch and then dashing like almost all the time is really, really good. There's specific things you shouldn't do to like, if they like land cancel grab you, I guess, then like you get owned, but nobody does that. So like jumping heavy punch, like just landing it and then dash up, just like dash and like react in the dash. Like you react with the jumping heavy punch hitting and then you react with a dash afterwards. You have plenty of time to react whether there's a push block or not. It really depends on if they're like super duper late push block, then it's hard to tell, but most people don't do that, so it's okay.
Yeah.
What you will realize is most people are really bad at doing actual good counterplay in this game, so it's okay. This worked out. It didn't hit the big band though, that's sad. I think it probably hit the Beowulf first. That's okay. Again, you take him to the corner. Getting more cognizant of not taking him in the corner. And I think that's why you die here. If he doesn't drop this combo. Nobody should drop that. Oh my god. Never mind, dropped. Never mind. Against Pinwheel specifically, learning to react to the charge happening and then throwing is a good idea, but it's really hard.
Yeah.
And Pinwheel can like third level Yomi you, but like fly cancelling the charge, but nobody does that.
Yeah.
That worked out.
Ooh, I got so lucky there.
Yep. Oh, nice confirm, except for that part. Okay. He was waiting for you to hit things and then didn't react. Good on him. Bazinga. Okay. Maybe do. Again, same thing. I'm not gonna chastise you for that because I don't react to it either, so it's okay.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Oh, you're trying to up back and push block preemptively. You don't need to push block preemptively against Beowulf. Beowulf has a ton of high blockstone moves that you don't need to preemptively push block. Oh, you tried to double jump forward. Never mind. It'd be do. I would never double jump forward necessarily. I think double jump back is the play.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just always afraid of the 50-50. Like,
That's why you double jump back.
yeah.
You also missed your double jump, which, it's hard. So it's okay.
All the mistakes in one. Yeah.
Yeah,
I also think
you missed the double jump. It's hard to
Oh,
do
just
that. Like, you can't buffer it. So I don't know if you actually can buffer it. I feel like you can't. But you miss it anyway. If you're going to double jump, you should always double jump back, so you avoid the 50-50.
yeah.
50-50, you're like left right. Obviously, if you get high load, it'd be do. But
Yeah.
you have to take the mix-ups that you get. Cool. Jump light kick is pretty good here as well.
Yeah, I started doing that way more. It's really good
Yeah.
in those tight spots.
Yeah.
Drop is just.
Yeah, you dropped this two times now. You're 0 for 2 on that. That's okay.
Yeah.
Combo drops. I'm not gonna behead you
That's
for getting a
that's
combo drop.
the hardest link actually for me as well. Like, even the charge stuff, I don't drop like as much.
Right. What was I gonna say? If you get a counter in this spot, you can cancel it into super and then get a conversion.
Yeah, I'm always just afraid of it missing
Okay.
because sometimes, even if you react too late, it misses and then they just arm you into the corner and you
Yeah.
die because they even get the conversion. It's like I don't really wanted to risk that, but at the same
Yeah.
time the payoff is pretty good. So
Yeah.
maybe I have 5 bars. So.
Yeah. Oh, that green dot was being really annoying. I was like, what the hell is that? Oh, whatever. Yeah, but you have 5 bars, just burn it. Who cares? I'm guessing that was one.
Yeah.
Actually, I can see what it is now. Yeah, you just charged a bit too less.
Yeah.
Okay, so in this spot, again, like, you have no reason to jump block necessarily. I mean, you should sometimes. Just so, like, he can't just aerial for free. But again, like, in
Yeah.
this sort of spot, like, Beowulf literally doesn't have a mix-up. He needs to, like, guess right twice. Or, like, catch you asleep twice to be able to get in to do a mix-up here. Because he has to jump in here. And, like, if you block the jump in, you can push block him away, and he doesn't have a mix-up.
Yeah.
Or, what do you call it? Yeah, if he air throws you and you guess wrong here. Also, I think you should know about the OS I was talking about here, where you can, like, delay push block and, like, with hit buttons or something. It's in my latest video. You can check it out.
Yeah.
Where,
Yeah.
like, instead of push block, it's like, instead of up backing all the time here, you, like, jab and then push block. And you'll get a jab if they just did an empty jump like this or did an air throw. Or if they hit a button, you'll get a push block. It'll be delayed, but it'll be a push block. It's
Yeah.
really good, especially against Beowulf. Because, like, you shouldn't let Beowulf do empty jumps very often. It's
Yeah.
bad.
Actually, they've jumped up.
Yeah. No, it was the thing. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, because they're so wide, it doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Against Band, I'm more aware of it.
Yeah.
But against BO, it just like kind of surprised me. Like usually that works. Usually it's only like difficult against Band.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Error. What? Huh? Did I download the right thing? I did. R&D file 0. Okay, I didn't download this file properly, I guess. Where is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I sent you.
Yeah. I just
correct
didn't download it
information.
right. 1655. Yeah, this should be fine. Yeah, 196 KB. This is 0 KB. That's not right. Like, oh boy.
Let's go.
Let's not go. Let's fix that.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, if we know what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Replace this file. Oh, 196 KB feels great, man. Oh, there we go. It loads. Feels so good.
Now let's go.
Yep.
Alright. Yeah.
Okay. Jump forward, call assist. He's gonna call Brass here, right? Yep.
Yeah.
You do get the hit on Brass though, which is good. So you trade like assist availability. So you do get to fight 1v1 for a while now. This is something you don't get in any other versus game. It's pretty big actually. Of like properly hitting the assist, making you have to fight a 1v1. Anything Bill vs double is a pretty good 1v1. You can like shoot a lot of loogies at least from this distance, and he can't really do a bunch of shit about it.
I
You
feel
can't
like
get
your
a full
neutral
combo
game
off it.
I feel like your neutral options are like you just have way more, so
Yeah.
therefore it's like you can deal with his stuff pretty
Yeah,
consistently.
just shoot him like this. Super low risk stuff. Again, like if you were really good at counter calling the brass here, I was gonna make a video on it today, but I was like, oh, we should probably chat about it. I'm gonna make a video on this probably today, like how to
Yeah,
actually
that's
counter
cool.
call this consistently. You do jump heavy kick here.
Yeah, I
think
don't
that's-
know even. I think I expect him to back off, but I noticed this. I did this earlier as well and got hit.
Yeah.
Like jumping forward, I should definitely stop that. Like jumping
Yeah.
forward, heavy kick. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
especially at this spacing, like if they're like far away.
Yeah. Like you have no reason to jump forward there a whole lot. You can neutral jump. Neutral jump is really good.
Yeah.
And if he's gonna swing blitzer on you like this, I feel like just in general, regardless of what he's doing, you shouldn't. Yeah, because he's gonna if you see this. Because if you do this and he just waits for you to swing a button, you're gonna get updogged.
Yeah.
And like the reward on it isn't great, but it is like a really easy hard counter against whatever it is you're doing over there. But he still gets this, so you know whatever.
Yeah.
You block all this, nice, but except for that part. Again, like I think there's no reason not to push block Beowulf away. Beowulf has really high blocks on a lot of his moves. I personally am able to like see crouching light kick and push block that move on reaction. So it's worth
Wow.
practicing that, like,
Oh,
because
yeah?
that move has a ton of blocks on, man. It's like 20
Yeah.
to 22 frames or something like that. It's definitely
Okay.
doable.
Alright,
Especially if you're paying close attention, because like if you block the crouch light kick, you can push block. Everything else you're gonna get hit by anyway, so who cares? So
yeah,
if, you're
that's
super,
probably true.
if you're looking to block his low
Yeah.
string, you're gonna get opened up by any other stuff anyway,
Yeah.
right? So it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Very true.
So if you're gonna like look to react, you should like look to react in the best way possible. But also you were in the air, so it's fine if you were like, I don't know if I should push block or not. It did look a bit scary.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, but I don't know if that's something you were like super aware of. I usually am like very aware of that. I used to be. I'm boomer now. But I am like generally very good at like looking at that spot and going, I should probably not push block because I'm like very close to the air and I'm not gonna get my push block out. But against Beowulf, crouch light kick is push blockable on reaction. I think so.
I don't.
I think I
I
can
don't
do
pay too much attention to that yet.
You should. It's
But,
really good.
yeah,
Especially if you're
yeah.
gonna like fight Beowulf all the time. I think it's really worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. You dude. So yes.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're gonna fight taekwonbro every day or like playing
Yeah.
them in the weekly every week, then like practice it.
Yeah. Or like lab and maybe.
Yeah. There's like a
Probably
bunch of
do.
Beowulfs over there, right?
Yeah. Alright.
Okay. Oh, you stuffed that. Nice. Whatever. What about that though? Okay. Oh no! Don't look back. Again, you're like up backing in these spots a lot, or like just jumping blindly in these spots a lot. That
Yeah.
you don't necessarily need to. Again, like stand blocking is pretty great, and her shoes are square. Stand blocking in that spot is really good, and then doing the delay push block OS will be really good against this kind of offense specifically.
Yeah. I noticed I'm jumping way too much in general. I feel like, especially with double.
Yeah.
I feel like if I play grounded more, I have like a lot of more options. And Cerebella's too, because you give up all the command grabs.
Yeah,
Okay.
got him. No.
I wasn't sure which side I was going to
Yep.
get on.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Philia like got out and then came back in like queen. Oh my god, you're a monster. You're savage for it. Oh my god. Yep. Hey, Bidu.
I'll see on that.
Yeah. You can try to armor that assist if you really wanted to. Beowulf was like kind of not that great against armor, honestly.
Yeah, I mean he has like hit grabs and stuff,
Yeah.
but
Like here, like if you just armor through the sweep, the H pinion, it's pretty great. He doesn't like, especially if he's jumping, he doesn't have a ton of great answers to it. And you can like RPS him with like run and then run stop, run and then battle butt if he's gonna swing any further, or then run and contra. Sometimes it works. And you have one
Yeah.
bar you can run 360 if you really feel like doing it.
Yeah, yeah,
You have an RPS to make. It's not necessarily in your favor, I don't think, but it is possible and it's kind
I
of
feel
good.
like
I think.
I don't do run 360 too much because on hitbox it's kind of more difficult
Oh yeah.
than on stick. But I should definitely do it more just to do it so they're respected.
Yeah.
Or like as an option, like alpha counter 360 is like a huge one I'm missing right now because I'm just afraid of missing the input.
Yeah, again, like a lot of stuff is just practice, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a lot of the times you're just jumping very blindly into Beowulf's range, and I
Yeah.
think recognizing that you can't sometimes just let him take that space and it doesn't matter, because if you let him take that space, he still can't mix you up. Like that's so big, and that's ultimately why I stopped playing the character because I felt like that was so way too annoying.
Because it felt like super limiting.
Yeah, because like I can't dash up low. That sucks.
Yeah, it wasn't even like I wasn't super aware of that. I feel like I was just in the habit of blocking low in those kind of spots.
Yeah,
But I
and he
think,
literally can't hit you low, dude. He literally can't hit you low from that far away. Like in the range where dash to medium punch is like the best poke he has, that you shouldn't block low, because he's gonna do that, and then anything else he does is like super low reward.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, that's
All right,
that.
dude. It's like 3 a.m. for me, dude.
Yeah. I'll record this. I will put this up on YouTube. I put the other one on YouTube as well. So
Yeah, I noticed it already. Yeah,
Cool.
thank you very much, by the way, for doing this. I really
no worries,
appreciate
man.
it.
I am here
you
to
taking
help the
this time.
community in any way. I
Yeah,
can.
dude. I'm glad, dude. Good job.
Plus, I'm not doing
Alright.
doing anything else for a while anyway, so who cares? Dude, there's
mean-
COVID cases in my city now. I don't think I'm getting out of the low for lockdown in a while, so I'm just gonna sit home.
That sounds rough, actually.
Very
I
sad.
mean, Skullgirls is a good way to spend your time.
Yeah, but yeah,
Alright.
you should go sleep.
Yeah,
Like I had to go sleep last
I really
time.
have to go.
I'll put this up on
Alright.
YouTube and you can watch it back later if you want to. But yeah,
Yeah, I will always do that because it's like there's like so much stuff you just while talking about it you don't really like follow through completely or something or like put together, and just watching it back is always a nice idea.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one.
cool. See you, man.
And bye bye.